So you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, maybe scared about something big, something new that you're wanting to accomplish, and you're excited, but you're scared at the same time. Well, if that's you, and if you're feeling that way, realize that that's normal. Everybody feels that way, and it's not because you're broken, it's not because you're not smart enough to do the thing that you want to do, and it's not because you're never going to be able to figure it out. It's just normal. So what you're experiencing in that moment, and maybe right now, is fear of the unknown. You just don't know what to expect. What are the decisions that you need to make? What path do you need to take? What do you need to do? What are the processes that you need to follow? What are the best strategies and tips in order to accomplish this thing? Those are all questions that really you don't know right now. And so you just feel fearful, don't you? Again, that's normal. I felt that way many, many times in the past because I like to experiment with new ideas. Over the last 25, 30 years, I've done some crazy things. And some were super successful. I've written for Adobe Press. That turned out to be amazing. I've spent 6 months on a project that ended up flopping like nobody's business. And so I was scared going into these. And you probably felt the same thing. And what I realized at the time was what the approach I was taking just wasn't working. That approach was to learn more ideas, learn more tips, learn more strategies. I needed another video. I needed another book. I needed another session with talking to an expert or a consultant. And those things are all great. Don't get me wrong, taking in knowledge and information is important. But regardless, even after doing all those things, I still felt stuck. And maybe you feel that same way as well. So what actually made the difference? Well, to explain the difference, let me give you an idea, a metaphor to explain how this process works. Imagine you're about to start out on a journey across the country. And maybe you're in the United States, maybe you're in Britain, maybe you're in Australia, New Zealand, I don't know. Just imagine you're about to start out on a journey. And to get across that country, maybe you've Googled it and you've got a Google map that says, okay, follow this path. And that's fine. You've got the information. But what happens when you actually get in the car? And we're going to assume you're going by car, not by train or plane, but you're going by car. You get in the car and you look in front of you. And what do you see? Do you see hundreds of miles in front of you, thousands of miles in front of you? No, you don't see the entire path, do you? You only see about the first quarter mile, half mile, or maybe a mile in front of you. But what you can see, you can navigate. You can see where there are turns, where you need to avoid obstacles. You know how to make decisions to navigate that first mile. And so in order to get through the entire journey, what do you have to do? Well, you have to first travel that first mile. You have to get going. You have to put your foot on the gas and travel that first mile. Once you travel that first mile, then what becomes obvious and evident? Mile number 2. All the turns in mile number 2, the obstacles, the decisions that you make become obvious because you can see them finally. To get to mile 3, you have to travel mile 2, and you keep repeating this process, and eventually you've achieved your goal of traveling the entire journey. Success works the same way. If you want to understand the path that you need to take, you need to get moving. You need to travel and take that first step, take that first action, whatever it is, in order to get that thing going. Once you take action number 1, action number 2 will become obvious. Once you do that, action number 3 will become obvious. And eventually it will unfold in front of your eyes and you'll see the entire path. That is what enabled me to get through some of these challenges and understand the direction I needed to take. So here's an important concept and mindset to understand is that clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity doesn't come before action. If you want clarity, you have to take action, because if you don't, then you're going to remain stuck. You're going to remain in that fear of the unknown, because that's really the only way that you can achieve the clarity that you need in order to accomplish what you want. So start taking action, figure out the first thing that you need to do it, and keep repeating that process. And eventually, if you do this over time, you're going to achieve the goal that you want to. All right? So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you have an amazing day.